Welcome to Coffee Hour number 2. My name is Echo Frank Grey Wolf. Okay, so this is a very important topic. It is not for children in the least bit. I was on Instagram, and Instagram, y'all know how it works. So you just kind of scroll through stuff. Well, I was scrolling through Instagram, and there was a young woman of color who sadly got beat up. That's the end of the video. At the beginning of the video, the young woman said something about going on a date. She tell her boyfriend that she is trans. So here's where shit gets bad. So if you're not open-minded, this video is definitely not for you. If you are of transgender descent, sit down, shut up. If you are not of transgender descent, or I don't know why I'm saying descent. If you are transgender or not transgender, if you are in the alphabet squad or straight like me, sit down and shut the fuck up. Alright? I've had transgender people come at me on my FYP on TikTok. Not so much on my YouTube channel and not so much on my Instagram. But when I saw this, it saddened me greatly. I don't want anybody to say, well, you're transphobic, James, you're transphobic. Maybe. Or maybe I just want people to be honest with me from the jump. I'm not into trans females, alright? Understand that. I'm not trying to be prejudiced. I'm not trying to be racist. I'm not trying to be sexist. I have the right to know who the fuck I'm dating. Period. I have the right to know where I'm placing these lips. Whether y'all like that or not, that is the facts. Am I against transgender people? Fuck no. Am I against gay people? No. But I am a strong believer of you might want to stay in your lane. Alright? This hurt me because I have to make this video. This girl was pretty. She was trans. She was pretty. No. So I'm not mad at her. I'm mad at the situation. And I want y'all to understand that before I go into deep diving in this video. I cannot show you the video. I've been hunting for it on my Instagram. I can't find it. I'm going to probably have to make a follow-up video when my comment comes back. Because my comment was, I'm sorry that this happened to you, but any relationship that starts with a lie never ends well. Especially when you're crossing lanes. Alright? I probably just offended like 90 people. And I'm going to have to get up because my leg is getting cramped up. I probably offended 90 people. If I've offended you with that, I'm sorry. Park your ass. So, here's how this works. About 8 months ago, on my FYP, something similar came up. Only, it was a lot better than the situation that I'm talking about. And that situation that came up on my FYP was on the same scale. Alright? Because one of the people on the FYP said, I'm tired of trans females trying to trick straight men into sleeping with them. And my comment on that again was, that isn't always true, but it's not always a lie because I'm 48. Back when I was a kid, when I didn't even know what transgenders were, that shit didn't exist, there was transsexuals or trisexuals or whatever the hell Tim Curry was playing in the Rocky Horror Picture movie. Transvestites. There was those. But I was born in 73. I don't know how long transvestites existed. I don't know pronouns today. So if you have a problem, just tell me your name. Tell me the name you want me to address you as. Don't give me your gender conformity shit, because I don't have time for that shit. If you have a name, Bob, Billy, Sue, John, Mary, Jacob, Iyunasha. If that's the name you want to be called by, I'm going to call you that. In return, I only ask you to call me Echo Fang Grey Wolf or James Williams Jr. Whichever one you feel comfortable with, whichever one you remember. And I prefer Echo Fang Grey Wolf because it's mine. Belongs to no one. It's mine. Alright? Even made a character called Echo Fang Grey Wolf before that, but it was a different first name, and Fang and Grey Wolf was the thing. But Echo Fang Grey Wolf is my name. Deal with it. So if you want to address me, hey Echo Fang Grey Wolf, hey EFG, hey James Williams Jr. All three of those I'm going to answer to. The providing that I haven't forgotten that I said that by the time I get where I'm going with this name. Why do I have the name? Pretty much the same reason why people have pronouns. Except for my name is part of my acting career now. Period. It's the name, it's my stage name, it's the name I'm going to identify. I know you're thinking, what is the relevance of this with Facebook and Instagram and YouTube? Alright, let's get to that. A name can mean the world to anybody. Being a junior, trying to live up to my father, done with that. I.e., now I'm Echo Fang Grey Wolf. Now I don't have that responsibility. Now I don't have that weight on my shoulders. Because I'm never going to be as good as my father. I can try to be better, but you can't replace greatness if you're not great. Alright? All you can do is pray that you are half the person that person is. Which is why there will be no juniors after me. Or no thirds. This name dies with me. Period. Now, on the Facebook, on the FYP, the person has said something about transgender people tricking straight men to sleep with them. And back in my day when I was a kid, I've had thousands of people tell me this shit, and legitly so. I've had a couple of uncles. My surrogate father knew somebody who went to a bar in a foreign country, and that country happened to be like Thailand, and they almost slept with a transgender female, and they were fucked up for a while, and I'm like, okay, I understand that, and I was raised to fear shit like that. I'm not gonna lie about it. So I was transphobic for a little bit. I don't know any transgender people in my life personally, but I know gay people. After talking to gay people, I have a little bit more of an understanding. Do I have to live their life? No, but I do have to respect their life in the same way that people from the Alphabet Squad have to respect my life. I don't want to date a transgender female. I have the right not to. You don't have the right to lie to me and say that you are a female, just transgender. You're not lying, but you need to tell me that from the fucking jump. I can still be open-minded. I can still be your friend. But that might be where it ends, and you'll have to accept that. Because I don't want to date a transgender female. You might be popping. You might be happening. You might be like the transgender female that I follow here on YouTube. And yeah, she's Asian. When I first met her on the following her or whatever, I didn't know that she was transgender until she said something. That didn't change the fact that I still follow her. Just like I follow I Am Jazz. I didn't know she was transgender until I started watching the show. But I started watching the show from the beginning. And they had her journey since she was like 6 years old. So that's how I'm like, okay, and Jazz does not look bad as a transgender female. And there are some transgender females that just look manly. I'm sorry. I'm not going to sit here and lie and try to butter that shit up. No. There are some transgender females that literally, you can't hide the fact that you were a male. I'd be an ugly ass transgender female. Straight up. But I'm not worried about that because that's not the life that I live. I'm not a transgender female. I am a straight male. I think the term now is cis. I'm still learning, so please forgive me. I have no idea how to spell that. Bottom line is this. I have the right to know who I'm kissing and who I'm going to bed down with and who I'm planning out the rest of my life with. I have that right, just like you do. Now let's move forward to the Instagram shit. So in the video that was on my Instagram wall, this is what hurt me. This girl was very pretty. This girl was trans. So I wouldn't have been able to tell. Which is a big issue for a lot of straight men that aren't into trans women. This is how this shit happens. Which goes back to the FYP of how some trans women are trying to trick straight men into sleeping with them. Okay, y'all follow me so far? That's not cool. Alright? That's not cool. That's that part about staying in your lane. Because you can be transgender. But you need to be honest with the people that you are dating, and you need to understand that not everybody is down with that shit. No, I don't want to hear, oh, well, he might be a down low. No. Because if he still sees you as a woman, he's still straight. At least that's how the rule of thumb applies. I don't really know. I just like biological women. Okay? I don't want to be tricked. I don't want to get into no bullshit about that shit. And I wouldn't want to be a straight man going into the transgender lane if I'm not into transgender women. I'm sorry. If I'm hurting your feelings, I'm sorry. I am brutally honest 99.9% of the time. Here's the thing. if you're going to live in the alphabet squad. First off, somebody in the comments tell me what the fuck pansexual is, and I already know that you don't sleep with pots and pans. Okay? So don't use that one again. I have asked a few people. There's many different confusion stories for me. I also do not know what the fuck non-binary means. So leave all that shit in the comments. Now, let's get serious. This girl was pretty. This girl was black. This girl got beat up. So in the video, it's like maybe 4 seconds. And she goes, I'm going out tonight. I should tell him that I'm trans tonight. Now, my immediate reply was, I'm sorry this happened to you. No relationship starting with a lie ends well. And you should have told him from the jump and then see where it went from there. But don't ever, if you are in the position of being trans, for your own safety, please hear this. Do not judge me, but please fucking hear this. Do not go anywhere with a person that is not public. Alright? So that no one can do anything to you. If he wants to take a shortcut down an alley, the answer is fuck no. You stay in a well-lit area, and you do these things to keep yourself safe. So don't anybody say that I have something against transgender people. I'm trying to warn you now. When I got on Instagram for the first time, or YouTube for the first time, or TikTok for the first time, one of them, I don't know which social media, y'all are all connected as far as I'm concerned. I did a report about young black transgender women being killed in Jersey. I did one about them being killed in Puerto Rico. And my videos got shut down. They got shut down. So again, I don't know which social media I was on, but they shut them down. I'm trying to look out for transgender people. I tried to get the report off the news on there. And my shit got shut down. Like straight shut down. Whatever social media I was on wouldn't let the shit play. Something about community guidelines. And like, how am I trying to mess up community guidelines when I'm trying to keep transgender females safe? But apparently they didn't want transgender females safe. I.e., this is why I'm on this video. This is why that hurt me. Because every time I've tried to make awareness of black transgender or female transgenders in general, specifically colored transgender females getting murdered and killed by straight individuals for not finding out, or finding out too late after they've already had sex with them, that they were transgender. Okay? I need y'all to understand something. Alright? For transgender specifically, you need to stay safe. Which is another reason why you need to be honest if you're messing with a straight man. I do not have gaydar. For those that just offended, let me explain gaydar the way it was explained to me by a woman. Some women have the natural instinct to see a man and say, yeah, that motherfucker's gay. I don't have that ability. I cannot look at anyone off the jump and say, dude, y'all gay. I can't tell. What the fuck? Just look a normal person in a pair of pants to me. No. Now, if I see that same normal person at a club that I'm at, where it's normally just women stripping and shit, and that stripper looks a little bit unique, I might figure it out then. When they get down to the G-string and they, like me, I shave everything except for my forearms and everything below my knees, there are some things you cannot hide. Alright? As a man, the twig and berries are kind of distinctive. Now, I did see something recently about, muff makeup panties or some shit. I don't know how to explain it, but there was an underwear with a camel toe print. So I don't know what genius came up with that, but there it is. And I'm sitting here and I'm thinking, see, this is going to get so many people killed. And it probably will. It will probably get some straight guy to flip the fuck out when he's feeling down in there and he feels her in her panties and he finds the camel toe panties under her panties, but he might go deeper than that and try to make penetration and find out that there has not been any bottom surgery, and then somebody's going to get hurt. So in the video, the young black lady shows her dancing, looking a little pretty. It's just her head and shoulders, so she's bopping around. And then the caption says, I'm going to tell him I'm trans. It flips over and she's black and blue. All right. She literally, her eyes swole, and there's a big bruise here, and there's a big bruise here, and this, like, some contusions and shit up here. And I'm against that shit. Which is why I said I have nothing against trans people, but they need to stay in their lane. And that might have been a little harsh. I could have said, or politely, I should have said that I have nothing against trans people, but they should probably only date within the community of the Alphabet Squad. Now, coming from a man who loves lesbians and women, that's like a catch-22 and a contradictory and a hypocrite, right? Exactly. Because I don't want to date trans women, but I love lesbians. I've always loved lesbians. I'm sorry. If that offends anybody, I'm sorry. I've always loved lesbians. Butch or feminine, I've always loved lesbians. I almost got my ass kicked by some lesbians once. Maybe twice. Once was at a strip club in Canada. I didn't know. And once was at the movie theater in which I worked. I didn't know. And that's why I say I don't have gaydar. I cannot pick a person out of a crowd and like thousands of people in the crowd. I cannot go boom, 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 out the gay one. No, I can't do that shit. Now, some of y'all might have that ability. My spider senses don't work like that. All right? So, small fact. At the movie theater, there was two lesbians. I was the ticket taker. It was a very beautiful white lady, a very beautiful black lady. I did not fucking know they were lesbians. I didn't know they were together, and I was throwing everything at the wind at the white lesbian because I don't really date black girls. I found out that they was lesbians when the black girl started giving me the side eye. And I'm like, y'all together? And the black lady's like, yeah. I was like, well, why the fuck didn't you say something? I didn't know. I thought she might have been mad because I wasn't flirting with her. But all my life, from like fucking kindergarten to like the 5th or 6th grade, black girls have always told me I was never going to be good enough for them. So I took my bag and went home. Started dating white girls and Asian girls. That's it. And I only date white girls and Asian girls to this day. And mixed girls. You know, if you're mixed like me, yeah, we date. If you're white or Asian, you're on the top of my list. But if you're a black girl and I'm sorry, no, we're not dating. We're not dating. If you're mixed and your skin is as light as mine, we're good. And that's from my own childhood trauma. So before anybody gives me problems about that, you go back to 5-year-old James, 6-year-old James, 7-year-old James, 9-year-old James, and 11 and 12-year-old James, and ask him what happened. The last 2 black girls I dated, one almost got me killed by a 23-year-old when I was 14. Never dated another black girl since, never will. Period. If it's in a film, we're good because it's acting. But in real life, no. Nope. Nada. Never gonna happen. And I am a man of my word. So, not that there aren't any very beautiful black girls out there, but it's just no longer my thing. And if you girls have a problem with that, then you guys go to Smithfield. There's 2 girls down there that weren't me for you. And then there's about like maybe 5 or 6 girls here in Charlottesville somewhere, if you can find them, that weren't me for you. So, you can go take them out. But when I was in kindergarten, the very first girl I ever fucking had a crush on was half Eskimo. Now, I don't know if she exists. I don't know if she's real. Because when I found my my kindergarten pictures when I was like 5 years old, Berlin Moran, I didn't see Jillian in there. So either I'm shifting dimensions or she just didn't exist. Or the Mandela effect. But I remember her clear as day. She's one of the people that got me influenced into martial arts because she kicked me in the face. I remember that shit. So maybe I was kidnapped by aliens and all kinds of other shit. But that's another topic for another day. The fact of the matter is, this young lady on my video was beaten because she told her boyfriend that she was trans. Which, again, a relationship started with a lie never ends well. Never ends well. And she probably should have told him that day one from jump. Now, y'all don't have to agree with that. You really don't. And I don't care, because you are entitled to your opinion. Respectfully, I'm entitled to mine. But what I'm not entitled to do is beat you in the face because you are trans female. I'm not entitled to that. No one is entitled to that. No one's entitled to assault you for being you. Alright? Now, I said assault, not insult. Many people are going to insult you, period. Yes, I just dug out a wedgie. That's a problem. You know, it's a very big problem. If you can't be honest with people from the beginning, you probably shouldn't date people. And I hate saying that shit, but it's the truth. It's the same thing on my no cheating rule. I've been cheated on way too many times. If you have to cheat on somebody, don't get in a fucking relationship. Just be a free bird. You know? Tell them from the jump, look, we just having sex. And if you good, we may have sex again. If you're not good, I'm going to move on. And that person that you're having sex with needs to accept that. And agree to these terms or just walk away. Because I got these 3 rings right here from my ex-fiance. Yeah, the one that told me relationships are overrated. You can't come see me no more. I was in love. She won't. It would have saved us both a lot of problems. It would have saved me from having to go deal with the police for harassment, for trying to win her back. Shit could have been avoided if people had just been honest from the jump. I told her from the jump I was in it for the long haul, that I wanted to get married, that I wanted to have some kind of life. All she had to do was say no. Saved me a lot of problems. You think that's bad? This is a sheet of love songs that I wrote for her. The ones that I've done. They're on this channel somewhere. Now I'm a horrible ass singing. It's 49 love songs. Technically, there's more than that because I actually wrote 2 more pages of songs on yellow paper. One of the songs I wrote is also, 2 of the songs I wrote are on yellow paper. Almost Married, Should Have Been. They're on my YouTube channel of Kung Fu Habit number 2. If I could sing, I'd be a millionaire. And one of the last things she told me was she wouldn't date me if I had $1 million. So she shouldn't have made me waste 2 years of my life. She shouldn't have let me fall in love with her. The good news is she was a biological woman. How do I have proof of that, you may ask? Well, when I went to her adopted family's house, there's pictures of her and her older sister all over the place as little girls. Alright? No, there were no naked pictures, thank God, because that's like really fucking perverted and disgusting for parents to take naked pictures of their children. But she's a little girl. Period. So she grew up as a little girl, became a grown-ass woman, destroyed my heart and everything else in her path, and that's it. Now, can I be attracted to transgender females? Sure I can. Because I'm not going to fucking know. Am I going to feel some kind of way after finding out? The only way I'm probably going to feel is a little bit angry. Right? Not just at her, but at me. Because I didn't know. But I have to accept one thing. I didn't know. That's not my fault. If you don't know something, you just don't fucking know something. That doesn't make you an ignorant or evil person. It just means you did not know. Like I said at the beginning of this video, I cannot point you out if you are gay or trans or bi. I can't do that. My superpowers end at, let me put on this suit. That's pretty much where it is right there. I can't smell gay. I can't see gay. I can't bathe gay. I can't wash it off. I can't pick you out of a crowd. If you're gay, good for you. I have nothing against you. If you're trans, good for you. I have nothing against you. But for the sake of everybody that you know in your life, you need to be honest with everyone about that shit. Because you're going to be honest with yourself first and foremost. But if you're going to date someone who is not in your community, you need to be prepared for that. You shouldn't have to go through that shit, but you need to be prepared for that. I so wish I could have that video. If that video does show up, I will make a follow-up video to this video on that. But for the sake of argument, And again, I'm not trying to be evil or harsh towards the alphabet community. I'm trying to actually look out for you. If you are a transgender woman and you are trying to date a straight man, you should probably clarify that you are a transgender woman. You should also note that you might find a gem in the rough. But you should also know that the first thing they're going to ask you if you have bottom surgery. They're going to ask you that. Do not lie to them. Yes or no. It's not that difficult. And then you have to take the consequences with coming with lying, and the consequences for coming with truth. So I'm gonna be honest with you from here. You know, if they say no, and you're dating a transgender woman who has not had the operation yet, you're either down or you're not. If you're not down, don't hurt that transgender person. Tell them the truth. Don't mislead them. Don't lead them down a path and build their hope up, and then they get the surgery and you're like, I wasted all this time waiting for you and now I'm done. Don't do that. Either be down or don't. Hell, help pay for the surgery if you're that down and if you have the means. Because some people just don't have the means. Now, on the flip side of that, if you're trans and they decide that they don't want to date you because you're trans, you have to also swallow that pill and deal with that shit. Which is, again, why I tell people all the time, be honest when you start relationships. From the fucking jump. I always tell women, I only have one rule. Be honest with me. The second rule is please don't cheat on me. Because I'm never going to cheat on you. And here's my reasons for not cheating like you. That was a few years ago. I've always had this face until this happened. When this happened, I used to think I was ugly until this happened. Once God made it so, I started appreciating this face. I'm very protective of my face now. Lots of people think that I'm ugly. Lots of people. Very few girls, especially the ones I'm interested in, think I'm remotely handsome, remotely cute, won't even give me a second look. Alright? So if I've worked my ass off to get with you, you have no fucking worries. Now, on a side note, I will say this, and this only counts for straight women. So, lesbians are safe, transgender women are safe. This is the last question for this video. Then I'm done. Straight women, if you're watching, answer this fucking question, please. Why is it that y'all don't want a guy unless he has a girlfriend? But when that guy and that girlfriend break up, the girl that caused the breakup, where are you? This specifically goes to a young lady named Fong. Okay? I will give you guys that story in another video. It'll be short. So, thank you for watching. Skunk Valley number 2. I'm Echo Fan Grey Wolf, BC, and you.